Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 3 Good Minutes. I'm Jen. This is Ryan. We are office created at Newmark, and guest starring this week is Georgia. Georgia, say hello. So we figured because we're talking about the economy, what's been going on, the addition of sublease space in the Los Angeles market, we figured puppies.
Make people happy. Yay. Yeah, so this week we figured we couldn't ignore it. It's time to talk about the economy. We are, I think, officially in a recession, or I don't know.
Yes.
But if not, it seems we're heading that way. And all of you are making decisions based on your businesses, but certainly based on what you feel the future of your business looks like.
Which is really seemingly the great unknown, which makes decisions hard to make, which makes optionality more plentiful, and which has increased sublease availability in LA to its highest point of above 10 million square feet. So we are standing in a current sublease availability in the, why are you laughing at me?
Terrible market, recession, highest sublease, but we have a puppy.
But we have a puppy. But the studio business is increasing like it never has before. Studio development is set to increase by 27% if all under studios that are being planned actually get built. There's a $150 million studio film credit. Their Amazon signed their 200,000 square foot lease in Santa Monica. There are bright spots, and I think we're just in the settling out period.
So somebody asked us yesterday, should I expect a 20% or some crazy discount on rent? The answer is no. So what we are seeing is still similar to COVID times. We're seeing a lot more concessions being given, like free rent, like tenant improvement dollars, termination rights, free parking, which we hadn't seen for a while, and trying to figure out that little conundrum because of the hybrid workplace. But rent in some cities, rent will go down, yes, but it will probably most likely be a pretty nominal amount in most major cities. LA in particular has actually held quite well through the pandemic. In fact, some areas, as Jen mentioned, that are production centric, like Burbank, Culver City, and Playa Vista, have done quite well during the pandemic, and the rents have actually increased a little bit. So your rent will come down, albeit slightly, but you're more likely to see more concessions in everything else other than your face rate.
And we're just seeing a lot of people that are taking a pause, sitting on the sidelines, waiting for things to shake out, seeing where this settles. And like this happened back in 2008, 2009, it will settle, it will shake out, the market will correct however it's going to, and luckily there's a lot of industries that continue to do well.
But it's more interesting now, I think, with the economy than it was in March of 2020 even. Other than it, she really is a fascinating dog. Other than it being, it's a little unsteady right now, obviously, and people are trying to figure out what's going on. In March of 2020, it was very clear we had a health crisis. Nobody knew how long it was going to go. Now it feels kind of the same, except people are going on the sidelines sooner. I think in March we put a pause on it for like 90 days, but then we had a very strong second half that year. Very different than now.
COVID has been, it seems like, just get through the next 2 weeks, get through the next peak, get through the next, increase in cases. So it's just, now it's a more macro.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you done with this episode?
She is done.
Are you done? Cool.
I think it's your turn for one good thing.
My one good thing. Well, obviously it's Georgia. Obviously. Yeah, it's you.
She's a Shih-Poo.
I love you.
She's 1.5 years. And that's a COVID dog right there, like many of you purchased as well.
I'm Jen. This is Ryan. See you next week.
Bye.